Well, the giant oil slick off the coast of Louisiana is getting worse. The crude oil caused by a rig explosion last week is pouring into the Gulf of Mexico 5 times faster than previously thought. The slick is moving closer and closer to the fragile wetlands of Louisiana. For more on this story, I'm joined now by Environment Editor Eve Irvine. Eve, it looks like the situation is truly turning into a serious one.
Absolutely, Jeannie. I mean, I love to be positive. I tried even yesterday, but there's no avoiding it. This looks like it's pretty much of a disaster at this stage. I mean, a third leak was found yesterday. We're told that not so much oil is coming from that particular leak, but as you mentioned, it's 5 times more oil coming out than previously thought. There's a rate of 5,000 barrels a day now being poured into the sea. The latest idea we got on the size is 74,000 kilometres squared of a slick. That's bigger than the state of West Virginia. If you look at this map now beside me, you can see that this slick is getting closer and closer to a shore, and it's the shore that's very rich in biodiversity. You can see there's the Breton National Wildlife Refuge, the Delta National Wildlife Refuge. They're on the front line. I mean, there's a wealth. I believe there's 400 different species of sea life that are endangered. It's teeming with nesting birds in that region. There's pelicans, there's dolphins, there's sharks, and what's more, it's currently the reproductive season for a lot of fish life, so that's not good news. And this area is responsible for 40% of America's seafood. Notably, there you can see a lot of shrimp and oyster beds.
So what's the solution, or is there one?
Well, wouldn't they wish they could find that solution faster? I mean, initially they sent down the robots to try and seal the leak. We're over a week on. This hasn't worked. So now they're looking at the idea of burning the oil, having a contained fire. They did a test area yesterday. This was said to go well. They might reproduce that. However, this in its own right would create its own environmental problems. I mean, you'd have that huge plume of smoke, heavy in CO2 and soot. And there's also a big question of how much would it actually burn off? Would it just be the surface? I mean, this is hundreds of meters under sea, so that might be just a surface solution. However, some experts say that it would help birds in particular because they could avoid a fire much easier than they can avoid this spreading slick. The other solutions we're being told of is rerouting the leak up to barrages, but these would also take months to put in place.
All right, well, thanks so much, Eve Irvine, Environment Editor.